Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Dr. Afrin Rajai and in this video I'm going to talk about why therapy works. So if you're someone who asks, does therapy work? And if it works, how? This video is for you. I'm going to talk about three main factors that help therapy works, and if for any reasons you don't have access to therapy, you cannot go to therapy right now, maybe working on these three factors on your own could be helpful for you. Everyone has a definition about therapy. What is therapy about? I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist and believe that therapy is about new experiences and change. So, what are those factors that would help with change and new experiences? Let me tell you. The first factor or the first skill is awareness. The second one is openness. And the third one is valued engagement. So I'm going to explain these three factors or skills to you in a second, and I'm going to talk about, some of the ways or some of the different platforms that you can use and actually work on these three factors or skills on your own. If again, like for any reason you don't have access to therapy, I obviously highly recommend going to therapy because I believe that therapy is for the strong. But if you don't have access to that right now, maybe working on these three factors would be actually helpful for you. The first factor or skill that really helps therapy works is awareness. Awareness of what's going on, right? So when you're talking about a story, when you are experiencing something, what are some of the thoughts that you have? What are some of the emotions that you have? And if something happened in the past for you, how that story or memory or, trauma, good, bad, whatever, how is it impacting your present moment? In other words, how can you be fully present right now, here and now, with the insight that you have from the different thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and stories in your life? So if you go to therapy, hopefully this awareness skill is helping you and your journey. But again, like if for any reasons you cannot go to therapy and you want to work on this skill on your own, there are different ways to work on it. But the main factor is being intentional about your growth and your journey in your life. If you are intentional, if you really want to work on that awareness, then there are all these different resources out there, right? There are so many books out there. There are so many YouTube videos, wise people, a safe friend that you have, all these different ways that through that you can be intentional, you can work on this awareness piece. The second factor or skill is openness. And openness is about allowing yourself to feel, to experience, and to really sit down with your difficult emotions, thoughts, stories in life. And I know it's so painful, it's just not comfortable at all. But hopefully in therapy, you have a safe space and a safe, therapist who can help you with this process. One of the reasons that openness is actually really helpful in our well-being journey is that all these different difficult thoughts, behaviors, emotions, whatever we are talking about, all of them, they are out there, and it's the matter of us paying attention to them or not. In other words, they are going to impact our lives, and we can be, mindful of them, we can have insight around them, we can be open and allow yourself to experience them. Or we can just pretend nothing is happening, but all those different things are still impacting our lives. So again, if you go to therapy, hopefully this openness factor is helpful for you. You experience that in your sessions with your therapist. There are different ways to work on openness on your own. And one of the ways that I highly recommend is practicing meditation and mindfulness. There are so many different apps, videos, journaling, notebooks, all these different ways that can be helpful to you. But find a way that works for you and work on mindfulness, meditation, and with that you can help yourself to be comfortable, to get uncomfortable. The third factor or skill is valued engagement. If you go to therapy, you know that if your therapist is the best therapist in the world, but you do not actually take actions about what you're talking in therapy, usually, nothing happens. So valued engagement is about when you know what matters to you and then you take action towards that goal in your life. And therapy sometimes help with clarity about that, right? So you go and you talk about all these different things and you have a clear picture of, oh, this is actually what matters to me, right? And then these are some of the steps, some of the SMART goals, some of the different things that I can do about it. So when you have the awareness, when you are open to, all these different experiences, and you have that valued and, commitment for your goals, for your engagement in therapy, you actually see that you have all these different patterns. Some of them, they are not functional, they are dysfunctional, but you can break those patterns and, adapt new behaviors, take new actions, take new steps, right? So this step or skill is really important in therapy. And again, if you are not in therapy, if you, for any reasons, you don't want to go to therapy right now, there are all these different ways that you can work on it, right? So one of the ways that I really like is when you work on awareness and openness, and then hopefully after that you have some clarity about your goals, what you want in life, what matters to you, and then, help yourself with planning, with having smart goals that are specific, measurable, time limited, right? And then take action, right? And use different things that would help you with the motivation to do those things. So if you want to go to the gym and you feel like, oh, I cannot do it this alone, and if I had a friend it would be better, so go with your friend, right? So all the different ways and all the different techniques that works for you. We all live once, and if there is a way to experience a high quality life, relationships, well-being, all these different things, why not? Thank you for watching my video, and if you like to hear more about these topics, please subscribe to my channel and stay tuned.